Live from Fred DeLay Gymnasium in Jackson, Tennessee. Gulf South Conference basketball on Flow Sports. This afternoon, the Union University Lady Bulldogs, the number 4 team in the nation, taking on these Mississippi College Choctaws. And coming onto the floor is their top scorer, Carly Ivy, with a 12-point-a-game average. And she is joined by Nia Coleman, one of the top rebounders on this team. And then Amelia Bell. She is the top rebounder with 6. And as well, Sky Vaughn and Kaya Julian. And now here are the Union Lady Bulldogs starters. They come in 17-1 on the season, 11-1 in the Gulf South Conference, and they have ripped off 7 in a row after taking a loss to Valdosta State just before the start of the new year. They've got the light show going today. Shanique Lucas, the graduate student. Jazzy Ann Houston, who has 100 assists on the season. Macy Lee, the top scorer for the Lady Bulldogs, averaging 14 a game. Courtney Zanson, and if she gets on a streak shooting, she can be amazing. And there is Olivia Lee, the freshman, sister of Macy Lee. She's averaging 10 a game, and that gets it started. These two teams met back in November down in Mississippi, and Union was the winner 84-53. Mississippi College comes in 6-8, 5-6 in the Gulf South, but they have won 3 in a row against Shorter, Lee, and West Georgia, and that was a huge one to knock off Lee. Last weekend, Union took on Shorter and Lee, won them both, but it was a dandy down to the wire as Olivia Lee hit a long three-pointer right at the buzzer to send it to overtime, and then Union came through in overtime to defeat the Lady Flames. To jump it this afternoon, it is Amelia Bell, and she'll be jumping it against Macy Lee. And live from Jackson, let the games begin, and it goes to the Choctaws. This is a team that only averages 57 points a game scoring, and they give up 67. And their key in this one is to try to keep things as much as possible a game in the 50s or 60s. That's a hard one to do against a Union team. First basket, no good, and down the lane it goes. Overshooting it was Macy Lee. She didn't wait on the defenders to get down to help out. And there's your first foul of the contest. And they charged that to Shanique Lucas. And here goes the all-court pressure that has been such a nightmare for so many teams in the Gulf South against Union. Trying to get that ball across midcourt within the 10-second limit. And you can see they'll double-team the ball all over the floor. There's your first steal. And in the corner, Lucas will try to set it up. This is a fast-moving offense, and that one's off to the right for Macy Lee. The other thing that Mississippi College has to hope for is that Union is cold in three-pointers, and that one just barely saved. Because it is one of those things against Valdosta State. Union just had an awful day from behind the arc, and trying to reach in there and get a tie-up was Houston. And this one's going to go back to Union. So we've gone a rarity, and already Mark Campbell is substituting a brand new 5, which he does very quickly, but within a minute and 19 seconds of the start of the quarter, that is not usually the case. And here they come Shiley Morrison, who is a great screener. Turn around. Left-hand bank shot there. She has mastered that beautifully. Tremendous job by Emma Callis. And here you go, another steal. They could not get that bounce pass in satisfactorily, and let's see what the call is. And they said she took a step before she tried to move forward with the drive. So they'll go back on the side over to the Choctaws. Union's strategy has been for most of the season to try to get off to a huge first quarter lead, and that's going to be an offensive, I believe it's an offensive foul. That's another thing they do so well is they just, particularly when they're in that double team situation, they get in great defensive position. Lauren West faked as if she was going to go in for the three, and it bounded off, and they get it back outside. Going for the bomb. Yes, sir. First three of the afternoon. Shiley Morrison, perhaps the most underrated player on this team. Shiley with 53 assists on the season and 41 steals. And she does that coming off the bench. And there they go. This is another 10-second violation. Union is averaging, forcing on the season, 29 turnovers on their opponents and picking up 34 points off those turnovers. And here's an opportunity for them to get the first off turnovers of the contest. Mark Campbell has no hesitation to, no matter which lineup is in there, and a big bomb from the corner for Brooke Hempel. Brooks averaging 10 a game. Mark's got 6 players that are averaging right at the double digits. And they quickly get down the floor to pick up. And double teaming, and they've just had it hard to get it to the inside, and that one goes too high, and it goes off the fingertips last of Amelia Bell. And so here comes, let's see which group comes in. This is most of the starters that are back in the contest. So Mark has already made 2 sets of entire wholesale substitutions in this. This is amazing how that has happened in this first quarter. And we're barely 3 minutes into it. And Houston sees the ticket and goes in for the layup. She's like watching somebody go through a maze and successfully navigate her way out of it. Union already to a 10-0 lead here in the first 3.5 minutes. And that one's out of the way. Already Union has forced 7 turnovers. It's often like watching a juggernaut. And Union also getting the services of Bethany Dillard back in the game. That was just a little bit left. Dillard missed most of the pre-Christmas period, and she is back in there, had a huge game last weekend on the road, and it's almost stolen. And sliding her way all the way back to the pads was Shanique Lucas. So it will go back to Mississippi College, and let's hope Shanique's okay. She took it pretty heavily on the hip when she came down, so she's going to come out. That's one thing. I think she's okay. It looks like she was just stunned for a bit. She'll probably be back in there at the next substitution. They got to hurry to get it in. And the jumper is short. And MC pulls it back outside once again. And trying to take the drive in. Good job with arm extension for Vaughn, and she nails the first basket. And that's a nice block on the drive by Hempel. And here they come in transition, and suddenly she's triple teamed. I don't know how she's going to get out of that. She did. And they work the perimeter again because they haven't been able to get it in the inside but once. And the bank is just too far away off the fingertips of Macy Lee. And they took Shanique Lucas back to the training area for just a brief bit to check on her, but we'll get you updated as quickly as we possibly can about her. I don't think it's anything serious. I think she'll be back in there very shortly. Union again in this high pressure, man-to-man, double teaming the ball all the way, almost stolen by Ann Houston. And they're down to 10 on the shot clock. And they start counting it down. Turnaround jumper is there, nicely navigated by Carly Ivy. And you expect some of that from her. This team has given some of the better Union teams fits in the past. And Keely Robinson trying to direct some traffic. Now Union down to 10 on the shot clock. And Ann Houston. That one just fired like a rocket. And she nails it to give Union the 9-point lead. Jazzy doesn't shoot a lot of threes, but when she does, she can get them in a row. And that bounce pass just could not get the left wing open enough. They were trying to get it outside to Julian. They have to hurry now. They're down to 6 on the clock. And that one was forced, but it got through there for Ivy. And that's what you have to do against the Union team. Sometimes you have just got to take the shot, whether it looks like a good one or not. Dillard took a bump. They're back double teaming. Managed to get that long, wiry bounce pass out. And forcing it, just too much on it. But nicely getting it back through was Vaughn. So she and Ivy have the 8 points for Mississippi College, and you got another 5 that's getting set to check back in. And Shanique Lucas is back on the bench. Almost on the end line for Dillard. And trying to take it between the defenders, and the foul. That was sheer concentration on the part of Brooke Hampel. And she's one of these who can just take control of a game herself. And we have timeout with 2:53 to go in the first quarter, and Union on top, 15-8.
Can I get some help?
Whatever they went through together.
Welcome, guys.
Life well planned. See what a Raymond James financial advisor can do for you.
When you hear our name, know that it comes with a promise to give back to the community that built us. A promise to provide a human touch in a world that is becoming more automated. Ever since we put our roots down in Jackson in 1996, we have aspired to be community-focused by supporting programs and organizations that are important to our city. At First Bank, it is our mission to be present in our community and to continue the belief that when you bank local, you get more. Member FDIC.
You can imagine that the message for Mark Campbell to his Lady Bulldogs after they got out to a 10-0 lead, and then it was an 8-3 run on the part of Mississippi College, is continue to be aggressive. Don't hesitate or be skittish about putting up the threes, but attack the basket as well. So far, Union 50% from the field and in three-pointers. And MC is at 44%. They haven't tried one from behind the arc. And Brooke Hampel, the 5'10 graduate, and she will be trying to complete the three-point play. She and Jazzy Ann Houston each have 5, and so they've combined for 10 of Union's 15 points so far in the first quarter. And she does that quite well. And they switch off on the toss-in. And it's Kaylee Jones who's looking for an open player, and they are in that corner again that is so difficult to work your way out of. I'll tell you something, Lauren West is underrated for her defensive skills as well. And Lauren is all over her. Knocked away. It'll go back with 11 on the shot clock. And they got to hurry to get it in the 5-second limit. And underneath, it's going to be a 3-second violation. So that is turnover number 8 for Mississippi College. Union has converted those into 8 points. That's your classic screen, but she chose, and it's almost like a run-pass option or run-shoot option, and a nice left-handed layup for Emma Callis. Like I say, you got Lucas and the 2 Lee sisters haven't even scored, and Union is up by 10. That's why Mark Campbell, with so many weapons on this team, does not panic by any stretch of the imagination. It looks like that's going to be called on Shiley Morrison. That is her first. It's only the second team foul on Union. Mississippi College has committed 1. And there you go. Shiley Morrison with yet another steal to add to her total. That's 54 on the season. The pass, not anticipating it at all, was Callis, and it went away. So Union with its second turnover, and nice block, perfectly timed by Leah Cauble. And here you go. Underneath, the foul is going to send Olivia Lee to the free throw line. She had just a step on her defender, and they reached in for the foul. Jones is the one who commits. And checking back in for Greg Long is Nia Coleman. So Olivia Lee, the 5'11 freshman and we saw her with a terrific career at Trinity Christian Academy, and already with a double-digit average as a freshman. She and her sister Macy combined for 24 points on the average so far, and nails both of them. Olivia, a 73% free throw shooter. And here they go with it. Jones trying to get her way out of trouble, and does. Tipped away, quick hands on the part of Olivia Lee. They still have 21 seconds to navigate a basket. It's so hard to even get it in bounds against Union's inbound defense. And there you go, almost stolen. Went right into the hands of Callis, and traveling. Yep, she took a step right before. She went in for what probably would have been a good basket for Coleman. Instead, it's turnover number 9. And they are checking in Kaya Julian once again. And Shiley Morrison quick on the delivery. She is such a great court general. She's got a tremendous three-point shot. And look at this, how quick she is. The floater is just a little too short, and the rebound coming off to Coleman. She's got a good change of pace dribble. And slid just a little bit, and it was off the back of the iron and then underneath. Good job on the follow shot for Amelia Bell. Almost stolen and open. Lauren West, no. Lauren had a good angle at it, but it just off the back of the iron. And this may be the final possession of this first quarter. And trying to drive the baseline and nowhere to go for Jones. Big bomb, air ball. And with 2 seconds remaining, Mark Campbell is going to bring back most of his starters. So we'll see how they play this strategy right here. And Jazzy's going to have to let one go fast and couldn't get it off fast enough. So we have completed 10 minutes of play, and Union doubling Mississippi College 20-10. And we'll be back with the next 10 minutes right after this.
Your life.
Your home.
Your business. Your future.
Focusing on you, West Tennessee Bank strives to serve its clients in every season of life. With vast experience in personal and business banking, we take pride in guiding you through significant events. At West Tennessee Bank, we help you realize your dreams.
West Tennessee Bank is a division of Decatur County Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC. West Tennessee Bank, focused on you.
Dynamics Physical Therapy, your elite provider in sports medicine and performance. Now serving communities throughout West Tennessee.
Well, wherever you are, today is a better day than what you've had in the past week. If you drive onto the Union University campus, it is still largely white in the lawn areas, soccer fields, up on the big bank as you enter into campus. It is all over the place. Most of the roads are passable here, but we had anywhere, depending on where you live, 5 to 8 inches of snow this week in Madison County. And everybody's about ready for that. And the offensive foul is charged to Shanique Lucas. They said she led with the elbow, and so that is her second foul. And I tell you what, that is a hard barricade to have to get through with Olivia Lee, and traveling is called. And highly frustrated with the call is Coach Greg Long as well as Bell, but that is 11 turnovers now. Union shooting 47% and looking at the inside, and it was knocked away, but it was first. It was a case of Olivia Lee that was Macy Lee that just was a little bit indecisive about when to release the ball, and it goes out of bounds off her hip. So Union with a few unforced errors. And again, MC right into the hands of Macy Lee. So let's see if the Lady Bulldogs capitalize off of that. This is a team that from the floor, and you got the big bomb, and that's an air ball. But what a way to scramble and save it, Shanique Lucas. Zanson's in trouble, and underneath, the give and go to Lee. Olivia with 4, and Union finally cracks the scoreboard here in the second quarter. By the way, that previous foul was not charged to, it was away from the ball, it was not charged to Shanique Lucas. She only has one foul. It was charged to Macy Lee on the offensive foul, and Union gets it right back. And it looks like Shanique has shaken off the worst of that spill that she took in the first quarter. She's one of the most resilient players that you'll see anywhere. And she's a constant motion. And she's open. She goes. She hits. Whether Shanique is doing it scoring or whether she's doing it with defense, she is a huge leader for this Lady Bulldog team, and she's just matured with every passing year that she has played for them. Trying to get inside the paint, and they dish it off on the backside and the foul. And let's see who's going to be charged with that. They got Bethany Dillard checking back in, and they have made a couple of substitutions. And that one is in there for Amelia Bell. She's got 3. She's their top rebounder, but she's not in double figures in scoring. They only have 2 players in that category. Those are Ivy and Julian. Brett Gardner with 9. And look at the crisp passing of this Lady Bulldog team. Again, it's like watching a machine. And Macy Lee tried a double spin move and just couldn't get it up high enough. And traveling is called on the rebound. It was a good job defensively and a nice job of trying to get that one away for Vaughn, but she took a spill, and so it was traveling. And let's see if they're going to make it a 30 or a 20 on the shot clock for Union, because there was a change of possession. And they're talking it over, and I think it's going to stay at a full 30 because of that change of possession. All right, Macy's back working in a one-on-one situation. Set the screen for Lucas, and it's off to the left, but the follow is there, and the foul for Brooke Hampel, who is really having herself an afternoon. Brooke 3 of 4 from the floor, and she's got 8 points. She's the game leader, and a chance for yet another 3-point play. This young lady averaging 10 per game as well, but she's had some that have been close to the 20 area this season, and looks like she may be on her way for that today with 9, and Union now up to a 28-12 margin. It's oftentimes the second quarter where they just pour it on and make it just almost an academic thing as to whether or not a team can come back in the third quarter. And for a Mississippi College team, the important thing is not to panic. What a block! Hampel is having her way today on both sides of the court. And checking in, Shiley Morrison is back in, as well as Emma Callis. Mark Campbell will mix and match his players from time to time during the game, because he says you got to learn to play with people other than the ones you start the game in or that you come into the game with, because foul situations may require that. 30-second clock violation. They did not get it to the iron. That is the 14th turnover for Mississippi College, and Union has piled up 18 points off of mistakes, and they lead by 16. So Callis and Morrison flank each other down the court. Now watch this. Double spin move, and the fall-away left-hander is off there. Look how she just kicked it over to Lucas. Callis is always having great concentration. Dillard, quick release, 3, and it's there. So Bethany gets her first three in front of the home folks this year. And Lady Bulldogs now up 31-21. 31-12, pardon me. You'd think I was dyslexic the way I'm at. And here goes another steal. Here comes the steam engine. And she has it tipped. And Union can't hold on to it. And they're going to scramble for this one, and the alternate possession will go back to Mississippi College. So Union kicks away an opportunity there to pick up one off the turnover. And getting set to check back in is Olivia Lee. And again, this constant double team pressure. And another 10-second clock violation. They could not get it over. That is the third time this afternoon that they have been unable to get across midcourt in that 10 seconds. And Shanique Lucas having a conversation with Mark Campbell about what MC is doing down at the opposite end. One of the most coachable young ladies, and she is really, really just, she's a jewel to coach. And Olivia thought about it. Instead, she brought it to the inside and gets the stop and pop. So Olivia with 6. 33-12. And it has been a huge run so far. It has been a 13-2 run, and a bump foul is going to be charged to Olivia Lee. That's her first. Nobody in serious foul trouble for Union, and only Vaughn has 2 fouls for the Choctaws. Monday night, we will have a makeup game from the one that had to be postponed because of the snow and ice Thursday, and that will be Union against Delta State. We'll have it here for you at 5:30 Central Time right here on Flow Sports. Turnaround jumper is not there, and it's going to be a foul on the backside. So Union picks one up again, 17 turnovers. And we still got 5 1/4 to go here in this second period. That one was a little bit beyond the reach. Dillard went just a little bit beyond the reach of Callis. So Morrison to toss it in. It has just been amazing to watch her when she's in. She always knows where her open teammate is. And to see her in a category of the number of steals and assists that she has this season, it's an amazing jump forward. They got to hurry. And taking it in, banking it, it doesn't go through. And Callis took about 6 hops because she thought it was going in. She waited till the last possible moment. The foul is charged to Bell. That is her second. And Greg Long brings in a couple of substitutes, and we got timeout. Union on top 33-12. Back with more after this.
Can I get some help?
Whatever they went through together.
Welcome, guys.
Life well planned. See what a Raymond James financial advisor can do for you.
This team has been, again, one of the most celebrated in the country this season. They moved up to number 4 in the national rankings this past week. They'll have Delta State, as we mentioned, in here on Monday night to make up the missed opportunity that they had on Thursday, and they knew well in advance that it was just going to be too hazardous to try to get them up from Mississippi. So we'll have it for you here. Our actual airtime will be 5:25, so we'll look for you on Monday night right here on Flow Sports. And remember, later today at approximately 4 o'clock, we'll have the men's meeting between Union and Mississippi College, a Bulldog team that has won 7 of its last 8. And nicely delivered. Emma Callis with 5. 7 Lady Bulldogs have already scored today. And they're a perfect 5 for 5 from the free throw line. And there you go. All 5 are up front on defense. She's going to have to hurry to get that into the 5-second and just barely got someone in. And the thing about it is that you have to get it across midcourt in 5 seconds if you don't get it in bounds. There you go. Give and go from Callis to Lee. And Union is just piling it up here in the second period. Up 25. Team that's averaging, and that's off of the hands of Gates. And here comes another big batch in for Union. We typically don't tell you, because Mark substitutes in and out so much, we typically don't name them all when they come in, because just hang on about another minute and a half and there will be a different lineup in there. But it has done so much to keep this team fresh since Mark Campbell went to this type of offense. And going for the bomb. Yes, sir. You give Shanique Lucas a second and a half, and that's what the result is. So Lady Bulldogs have hit 40. Another steal. Keely Robinson picks it up. And let's see what is the call here. I don't know. We were out of the range of the official who called it. And I think he called traveling. I think he said she dragged her foot. And you could hear some of the – I'm not going to go into what that guy had with his poster. And now they're having to go in reverse. But that's one of the things the press can do, and she missed a golden opportunity. And Jazzy Robinson has it knocked away. One of the flaws of that press is sometimes you can leave somebody open at the opposite end, but you got to deliver on those. That one's too high, tried to get it inside to Hampel. And Union coughs it up for the 7th time this afternoon. A little bit more than typical as far as their turnovers in the first half, and going right through it, the offensive foul, and there was no question about that, and that's charged to Ivy. That'll be her second. She, Bell, and Vaughn each have 2. For Union, Macy Lee has 2. This is a rarity that we're in the first half and Macy Lee has not scored. Top scorer for the Lady Bulldogs with 14-point average, but you're looking right now at a team that is doing quite well without her offensive help. And the big bomb for Jazzy. Union 7 of 13 from behind the arc. 54%. Now this is going to be a foot race, and she overshoots it again. That's 2 opportunities they've had in the last 45 seconds for clean layups and couldn't deliver it. And the foul was charged to Jones. That is her second. So Greg Long gets in 3 more subs. And that is the 15th foul, so Union is in the bonus. And that will send Lauren West to the line. Lauren also has been surprisingly quiet today, but had it to hang up on the lip. That time she delivers. The senior with her first point of the game. Union 56% from the floor, 29% for Mississippi College. And there they are, just swarming the ball. Look how quick Keely Robinson gets over to pick up the offensive player. And another offensive foul. That is the third of the afternoon. And that one is charged to Julian. 21 turnovers in the first half for Mississippi College. And we still got 2 minutes to go in the second period. Shanique Lucas just has that beautiful delivery with the ball when she puts it on the floor. They're down to 8 on the shot clock. And there she goes. She saw the ticket and couldn't get it to go, but the follow shot is there for Keely Robinson. And another steal. But that time the pass went astray. She was looking for a cutter and couldn't find her, so it's a double turnover. And the hook will not fall. And it's an over-the-back foul. And frustrated, throwing her hands in the air, confused that it was called on her, but it is charged to Bell, and that will be her third. So they'll bring it back down at the opposite end. Student body of Union classes were canceled for a few days this week, and I think they enjoy just being in the warm confines of Fred DeLay Gymnasium. And this is Hample, who is the game leader with 9. Give her 10, she's the first in double figures. And Union 8 out of 9 for 89% from the free throw line. Brooke from Huntsville, Alabama. Got it. Friendly bounce. And it has been in this quarter 28-2. And look at the one-handed high stab to steal it by Shanique Lucas. And here goes the steam engine. Yes! They're at mid-century. 35 points off turnovers in the first half alone. Almost stolen again. And on the inside, Shanique's going to be charged with her second. She tried to get a hand up there and try to block it. Well, instead, they charged it on the other side. They charged that one to Jazzy Ann Houston, so that's her first foul. So forget about Shanique having 2. And at the line, it is Vaughn. Sky delivers. That is their third from the free throw line this afternoon. They've been held to 3 points in this second period. And the junior delivers both of them. Lucas and Lee. And the quick jumper. No, it doesn't go. Lauren West just has not been able to get them to drop, but Union has another opportunity here with 33 seconds remaining and a new 20 on the shot clock. Lauren's going to get those things to drop eventually. Some days in the first half, it just takes some time for her to get cranked up. And look at Lucas. She is a whirling dervish of motion out there. And tripped up, and Macy Lee, apparently they said no foul on that one, so they're going to be playing it for a final opportunity at the basket. And it's not there. Union will now have a final opportunity. They spread them out, and Macy Lee will go to the free throw line. And the foul is charged to Cherry. That is her first. So Macy will finally have an opportunity with just a shade more than 4 seconds left to get into the scoring column. 9 Lady Bulldogs have scored, and they have piled on 30 points here in this second period, and that's where they sometimes just demoralize an opponent, and she nails it. Union 10 of 11, 91% from the free throw line. Fires it in. And they'll be all over it trying to get one more steal to see if they can get another basket. What they have to be careful of is MC getting somebody behind the defenders. And it is tipped volleyball style. They're going to have to throw it quickly. No. Well, Olivia Lee gave it everything she had trying to get it there, but what you can only say is that it was an overpowering second period for the Union Lady Bulldogs as they go up 52-14 at halftime. It was 20-8 at the end of the first period, and then they just took control of this as if it was a boomerang, and they just have dominated in here every statistic. But let's look at the scoring. And it's Sky Vaughn, the leader for Mississippi College, with 6. Amelia Bell with 4. Carly Ivy, their leading scorer, they've held her to 4. And those are the only 3 Choctaws that have scored so far today. For Union, with Macy Lee, that is, with her getting into the free throw line and scoring there, 10 different Lady Bulldogs have scored in the first half. Led by Brooke Hample with 11. She's 3 of 5 from the floor and 4 for 4 from the free throw line. 8 points each for Shanique Lucas, Olivia Lee, and Jazzy Anusin, who's got a couple of three-pointers. And you're seeing some youngsters who are outstanding performers out here as they come onto the court. We'll show you a little of them as I continue to round down the scoring. Emma Callis with 6. 3 each for Shiley Morrison and Bethany Dillard. 2 for Macy Lee and Keely Robinson, and 1 for Lauren West. And for the Lady Bulldogs, it has just been what you see is what you get, and it is going to be a tough second half for this Mississippi College team to try to make this a respectable outcome. I want to show you, before we go to a break, I want to show you these kids. They have entertained at halftime for many years here at Union University, and they have some great choreographed dribbling that they'll show you. They're trying to get them positioned perfectly. They're known as the Little Dribblers. Now here they go with their around the leg spins. And some of these kids are probably going to be future middle school, high school, and perhaps college basketball players. They are so much fun, and their parents follow them everywhere. They do this at several locales during the course of basketball season, but they make one venture every year over to Union University for their exhibition. And the parents and coaches who work with them all during the season, they love it because the kids get out there, and this is where many of them get their first taste and enjoyment of basketball. Now watch this. Give you a little Harlem Globetrotters. And they're getting close on their finale here. The thing about it is the exercise for this is some of the best they could possibly get. Stretching the back. And they're quick on the draw if they happen to lose control of the ball. Now watch this. And there they go, the little dribblers. Let's take this break to visit with our sponsors. And when we come back, we'll give you all of the team statistics. Stay with us, everybody.
Dynamics Physical Therapy, your elite provider in sports medicine and performance. Now serving communities throughout West Tennessee.
Your life.
Your home.
Your business. Your future.
Focusing on you, West Tennessee Bank strives to serve its clients in every season of life. With vast experience in personal and business banking, we take pride in guiding you through significant events. At West Tennessee Bank, we help you realize your dreams.
West Tennessee Bank is a division of Decatur County Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC. West Tennessee Bank, focused on you.
Are you looking for a Christian college or are starting the college search process? I want to take a second to tell you about my school, Union University in Jackson, Tennessee. Union is a private 4-year university known for its rigorous academics, Christ-centered community, and the success of its graduates. My favorite part about Union is the faculty. The professors here are so intentional about helping students grow not only academically, but also spiritually. You should check out Union for yourself. Come for a visit. I know you'll love it. At Union University, you'll be transformed.
The award-winning BallGame Blitz Sports Network from Worthy Road Studios. Over 750,000 views in 2023. We're where you need to advertise. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and join over 4,500 subscribers watching local sports. The Jackson Rockabillys, Union University, Bethel, USJ, TCA, Jackson Christian, Sacred Heart, and Peabody. Multi-camera broadcasts, slow motion instant replay, on-screen scoreboard and graphics, and professional announcers. Thanks to our sponsors who make it all possible. The BallGame Blitz Sports Network from Worthy Road Studios. The premier sports broadcast network in West Tennessee.
And back we are at Fred DeLay Gymnasium. Steve Beverly bringing you now your halftime team statistics. And take a look at this. Union 55% from the floor to 26% for Mississippi College. Union 17 of 31 shooting. And the Choctaws 5 of 19. Now take a look at three-pointers. After a slow start early on, they began to put them together. 7 out of 14 for Union for 50%. And MC has only taken one from behind the arc. That was by Coleman, and it was not successful. Both teams very strong from the free throw line. Union 11 of 12 for 92%. MC has hit the only 4 they've taken for 100%. Each team with 14 rebounds, but look at this. 23 turnovers for Mississippi College to only 8 for Union. But how about this category? 35 points off turnovers for Union on this 38-point lead. 35 points off those mistakes. And the Choctaws have not been able to nail a single one. That is where Union really just makes the difference against most of its opponents, is that big category right there. Points they get off of turnovers, whether it's steals, anything that happens down the way, or an unforced error on the opponents. So that's what it looks like at halftime, with Union on top 52-14. Reminding you, we will be back here Monday night. 5:25 will be our airtime, as Union will meet Delta State in a doubleheader that was postponed from Thursday, right here on Flow Sports and the Flow Sports app. And then we'll be back here next Saturday afternoon, same time, as the Bulldogs and Lady Bulldogs will take on West Georgia. Of course, that West Georgia men's team is leading the Gulf South Conference. And Union has been one of the most improved teams since the Christmas break. Bulldogs winners of 7 of their last 8, and they'll be taking on a strong Mississippi College team this afternoon. Make no mistake about that whatsoever. And Sean Blackburn, the assistant coach of the Lady Bulldogs, and a very valued one indeed by Coach Mark Campbell, giving the final instructions. And you got the original starting 5 back in. Zinson and Cauble are the only 2 Lady Bulldogs who have played and not scored, and Union will have the first crack at the basket here as we begin this third period. And again, there have been so few fouls called that this game has not really taken a long time to play. We've already gotten past halftime, and we are not quite at the 3 o'clock hour for those of you watching us live. Big bomb 3. Yes, sir. Macy Lee finally finding the range. And Union starts it out and goes up by 41. And they're open in the corner. No, off the top of the glass. And Macy gets the rebound, tipped from Lucas. And trying the bomb again, and it's off the mark. And going to the deck hard and not able to hold on to the bounce pass. Ivy tried to scramble to get it away. So that's the 24th turnover, and Union will play it. This team, as Mark Campbell says, the players like each other, and taking it all the way down, left-hand layup, hung up on the lip, and Macy's so frustrated about that, but she'll go in for 2. Foul is charged to Amelia Bell. Unfortunately for her, that's already her 4th foul in the contest, and they will bring in very quickly Bigham to replace her. So Macy Lee gets that friendly roll. Played for Samford her first 2 years, but decided to come home and play with her sister at Union. And what a combination they have been. And the Lady Bulldogs up by 43. And it has just been like that all afternoon. It's like being around an ant bed that you can't get away from, and you're getting stung everywhere. Big, long bomb 3 doesn't go. And Shanique Lucas, who can do, look at that. Turnaround bank. What a move. Now, that lady is, I'm telling you, Courtney Zinson, she has that kind of move. She hasn't scored much today. In fact, that was her first one, and the foul is going to be called on Courtney on the drive. But she has that ability all game long was a great move to her right, faked, and then came back in and nailed it. And just a little bit of question mark, and Mark Campbell getting ready to bring his 5 back in as another steal, 25th turnover. It's a 2-on-1 situation. And Jazzy right through everybody. No foul called, even though she goes to the deck. Stolen again. And once again, Olivia Lee trying to navigate it out of the corner. Open for the 3. Yes, sir. Macy Lee is now in double digits. And she had 2 points at halftime, the leading scorer for the Lady Bulldogs. But as I say, they didn't really need her, and Union already out to a 10-0 run to start the third period. They got the first 10 points of the game back in the first quarter. Down to 8 on the shot clock. And a high bombing 3 doesn't go, and Macy the rebound. Wide open from the corner. Zenson for the 3. Union 10 of 18 from behind the arc. Now this one is going to be one they just have to let that one go. They got behind the defenders, and here come the replacements. And timeout call, just under 7 minutes remaining. Union up 65-16.
Can I get some help?
Whatever they went through together.
Welcome, guys.
Life well planned. See what a Raymond James financial advisor can do for you.
When you hear our name, know that it comes with a promise to give back to the community that built us, a promise to provide a human touch in a world that is becoming more automated. Ever since we put our roots down in Jackson in 1996, we have aspired to be community-focused by supporting programs and organizations that are important to our city. At First Bank, it is our mission to be present in our community and to continue the belief that when you bank local, you get more. Member FDIC.
That man you see in the gray outfit, more than 700 coaching victories. And you want to talk somebody that is a recognized symbol of excellence. He has coached for Basketball USA or USA Basketball. And Greg Long, who has a very respectable program. As we mentioned, this team has a victory over Lee University, one of the strongest teams in the entire Gulf South Conference. And they came in with 3 wins in their last 4 outings, but when you're going against the juggernaut, it's just so very difficult. And so what Greg Long has to teach his team in a situation like that, continue to play with the fundamentals that we've taught you. So Union up 65-16, and we still have just a smidge less than 7 minutes to go in this third period. And this 5 in here is also a talented group. Tipped away, and it'll go back to Union. So Shiley Morrison, her numbers coming in here today were just something else. And there you go. On the drive, Lauren West gets her first basket from the floor. And there you go. It is, again, they were trying the home run. The jumper finally goes through for Ivy. She has 8. And West, nope. Iron unkind for Lauren, and they go to the deck hard, and it's I don't think that was the way the play was designed, but Lauren West picks up the three. They'll take it ever how they can get it, 70-18. Here's a steal. Nope. They finally get it back. And it's going to be a one-on-one. Nice move underneath and the foul. And that Ivy shows what kind of talent she has. A 12-point-a-game shooter. And the foul is on Lauren West. That is her first. Ivy from the free throw line this year is a 77% shooter. She's from Denton, Texas. And I had a coworker at one point in time that was from Denton and told me all kinds of great things about that city. Iron unkind. That is a rarity for Ivy to miss two in a row from the line. He has so much talent, so much ability. And here you go on the drive once again, and hemmed up, managed to get it away, and the jumper, not there. But look how quickly on defense it goes, and the steal once again. That's 27 turnovers now. And West, Iron just wouldn't get it to bounce. Lauren is one of these streak shooters, a three-pointer, and you got multiple players checking back in for Greg Long. Cherry's back in. Jones is back in. And again, facing that full court pressure, they'll face it in the fourth quarter as well. And one of the reasons Mark Campbell does this is the way the offense is designed, to do this all game long and not back off of it, because that's Union's tempo. And double dribbling is called. And you may say, well, you don't see double dribbling called that often. It is because the defense forced that kind of error. Union with 40 points off turnovers this afternoon. Look at that spin move. It's just hanging up on the lip. And Union will play it again, and we'll have a timeout with 4:49 remaining. Union up 70-18. Well, let's see. Yeah, it had to be a media timeout. Union on top, 70-18.
When you hear our name, know that it comes with a promise to give back to the community that built us, a promise to provide a human touch in a world that is becoming more automated. Ever since we put our roots down in Jackson in 1996, we have aspired to be community-focused by supporting programs and organizations that are important to our city. At First Bank, it is our mission to be present in our community and to continue the belief that when you bank local, you get more. Member FDIC.
Steve Beverly live back with you in Jackson, Tennessee on Flow Sports as Union on top 70-18 over Mississippi College. And you look across the corners of this gym today, I want to salute the graduate assistants for both of these teams. For Mississippi College, Morgan Campbell, Carly Hudspeth, and Desiree King. And for Union, one of the former Union greats, Jada Perkins, who's in her second year as we call them, a GA, graduate assistant. And these are coaches in waiting, and they do such a tremendous job. They give so much time, and they're still students, graduate students, and I want to salute them for both teams. And that pass had no authority, but it was picked right back up, and the jumper is short. Bethany Dillard just didn't have enough energy on that three, well, it was actually inside the paint, so it would have been a 2. And there they go, that double team that is so constant, so relentless. And they just barely got it inside the 10-second mark. And Shanique Lucas and Ann Houston just double teaming the ball all over, and that one is way off the mark, and it's an over-the-back foul. So Union will play it underneath. In this period, it has been an 18-4 run for the Lady Bulldogs. They were up 20-10 at the end of the first quarter, and it looked as though at least there was enough competitiveness, and then all of a sudden it's what happens so often in second quarters with Union. They got the engine cranked and went 32-4. On the inside, and the foul. Keely Robinson knew the defenders were coming, so she instinctively put it up, and she'll draw a 2-shot opportunity. She's improved in her shooting touch. She has, for a lot of her career, been somewhere around a 60% free throw shooter, but we've seen a lot of improvement here. And there you go. Young lady from Paris, Arkansas. Off the back of the iron. And Choctaws again, it is just murder out there trying to get away from this defense. And there you go, 10-second violation. So Union forcing the 29th turnover of the contest. And they'll play it from midcourt. 11 Lady Bulldogs have scored. The only one who's played who has not put any points in is Leah Cauble. Don't bet against her. Because when 32 gets in there, she can hit it from anywhere on the floor. Here you go. Robinson had to take it to the floor. The jumper, Macy, had it too much on it. I think there was too much indecision about whether or not that was going to be a 2 or a 3. And taking it nicely all the way down is Jones for her first basket. And Jazzy fouled as she tried to go on the inside and match that layup. And now she goes to the deck card. Just shaking up a little bit. She'll be right back there at the free throw line. Now, she has been somewhere around the 60% range for this season. Had it just a little bit right as she released it. And got the friendly roll. And again, this 5, finally, they see the opportunity to get it across midcourt from the corner. The 3 is there, and that is Jones with her first 3 of the afternoon and the first one for Mississippi College. Dillard, quick release, got it. Bethany with 6. Good to see her back on the floor as they're at the 3/4 century mark. And another whole quarter and a quarter to play. Coleman is an excellent ball handler, and you can see what, and unfortunately, there was just not a cut in the direction she was expecting it. So that was an unforced error, and here comes another new 5 for Union, and that includes Leah Cauble. So look out if she gets the ball. It'll be Emma Callis to toss it in. And here's the thing about it is that you've only got Macy Lee and Brooke Hampel, the only 2 in double figures. You got a lot of 8s and 9s and 6s across Union's scorebook this afternoon. Look at that. Well, the move was good, but she didn't get the bank high enough. They take their time once again. This is what I'm talking about, is just working your fundamentals. You cannot start rushing the ball in without expecting to have a bunch of additional turnovers. The 3 goes away, and here you go. It's going to be a one-on-one battle with Cauble. And you're going to see Cauble and Zanson make, there you go, right down through the middle, and Olivia is fouled. And that's on Coleman, her second. Bell has 4 fouls in the game for Mississippi College. So Olivia Lee goes to the line with a chance potentially to join her sister in double figures as Greg Long sends some subs in. And we got a little more than 90 seconds remaining here. Just hung up a little bit on the lip for Olivia. Union from the free throw line, 15 of 19 this afternoon. And back up to 80%. And for the Lady Bulldogs, it's been a 24-9 edge in this third period. And this MC team, they know this one's in the books. The thing that they just have to do, and a nice turnaround. That's the kind of thing we're talking about, continuing to play your kind of offense. Vaughn delivers. And that one hung up short. Callis was trying to get one on sort of the duck, duck, goose type of play and just couldn't get it up high enough. And Vaughn on the drive, offensive foul. They said she led with the elbow, and so that's Coleman, not Vaughn, but that is the third foul on Coleman. 31 turnovers now for the Lady Choctaws. Look at that move. And the reverse layup. How about that for Shiley Morrison? She doesn't do that often, but she has that move in her book. And it just stuns the defenders because they don't buy into that change of pace dribble, and then she can go in for the reverse layup. And they're going to play it for the final shot opportunity of this third quarter. And the change of pace and losing it. And drawing the foul. And that was a smart move. She knew that Cauble was on top of her, and they're going to discuss this one a second to see what the call actually is. Now let's see what they say on this. And they're going to come over, and I guess they may be looking at this one on a replay to see if there's any kind of a flagrant foul involved with it. So once again, this is one of those things that you look at to see if this is going to be called a technical foul because it's considered to be a flagrant 1 or 2. And here you go with Jeopardy once again. I like that PA announcer and music coordinator, and they very quickly. They're going to send it back down to Union with 4.4 seconds remaining. So it is considered to be an offensive foul. And Union with 4.5 seconds to try to deliver a final basket in this third quarter. And they pick it up quickly. Shiley's going to have to go with it. And no. Hung up just a little bit short for Olivia, but Lady Bulldogs dominating once again. And in that third quarter, it was 22-11 as they lead it. Let me change that, 26-11. It is 78-25. Back with the fourth quarter after this. Union was averaging 97 points a game coming into this one and holding their opposition to 65 per game. I think that second number is going to be lowered after this one. The big question is, can they hit 100 for what may be the 9th time this season? And you got Anna McCready checking in for the first time this afternoon. She'll be joining Lauren West and Brooke Hempel, as well as Kisharna Lucas and Jazzy Ann Houston. So here come once again the Choctaws attempting to see if they can make this game a bit more respectable on the board. They lost by 31 to Union at home. And trying to get a nice one. And that is, again, I'm so impressed with the way that Ivy is continuing to play her game. Big bomb 3 is off the mark. But Hampel on that offensive board. And let's see if she can go to the inside with it. It will not go. And trying to take it all the way down, had it blocked by West. Reminder that approximately 4 o'clock this afternoon, we will have the men's half of this doubleheader between Union and the bank shot follow is there. Excellent job, concentration by Gates. We will have the men's half of this doubleheader. And that game is going to be called this afternoon and scrambling. It is a jump ball, but Union will continue to play it. That game will be called by my good friend and colleague, Alexander Bitterling, and I know you're going to enjoy hearing his perspective on Union against Mississippi College, as both of those teams trying to scramble to stay up in the upper half of the Gulf South Conference. Offensive foul is charged to Brooke Hampel, so Lady Bulldogs are making a few mistakes here in this fourth quarter. They've given up the first 4 points in it. And the quick scramble. And one thing that you want to play for is try to win the fourth quarter. And the bank is there. Again, an excellent job of this MC team playing its style of offense here in the final period. Kisharna Lucas got that left-hand turnaround. She's worked on that quite well, and coming off the bench did a nice job with that, and Union finally on the board in the fourth quarter as we got 8 minutes remaining. Temperature absolutely frozen outside today as we have hit rock bottom temperatures this week. We came in today and the temperature was 12 degrees. And we're looking for it to go down to 6 again tonight in Jackson, Tennessee. And there's the first appearance on the floor this afternoon by Cowboy Curling, our cleanup man, and also the guy that we say if there is ever a Gulf South program that decides to add curling, he's the guy who ought to be the coach because he cleans the floors like he's playing the sport of curling. And there's nowhere to go. She's going to try to see, and let's see what the call is. 3 seconds in the lane. She could not, there was nobody open, and she had 4 hands all around her. Sierra Stedman checking in for the first time for the Lady Bulldogs. So everybody on Mark Campbell's roster has played. Almost stolen. And Union will play it again. Mark Campbell does not want to see putting on the brakes in the fourth quarter because he said a lot of times that just leads to sloppy play. McCready trying to find somebody coming to the ball. And Shanique Lucas has bumped. You don't often get to see the Lucas sisters playing together in the same unit, but we got them in there now. Enjoy hearing from their dad, David Lucas, very often. And the jumper. And Shanique had that one tipped. Last weekend, she had 11 points in the overtime victory over Lee, knocked away by McCready. Good job at the last moment of spearing that ball out of bounds. Good to see our good friends Kenny and Connie Hogg here this afternoon. And the jumper just doesn't go. They've had about 7 opportunities like that within 5 feet or less that have not dropped. It may not have made a difference in the game, but it certainly would have made it a lot closer. And the screen, the 3, too much on it. And you can tell this is a unit that is not accustomed to playing together that often because that scoring total has definitely gone downhill in this fourth quarter. Big bomb 3. Yes, sir. Excellent job from outside by Julian, and that is her first basket. She's the number 2 scorer on this Mississippi College team. And finally nails one in, trying for the answer shot. In and out. The iron was unkind for Shiley Morrison. And here they come. They have done an excellent job in this fourth quarter. Outscored Union 9-2. And Lucas high for the rebound. She is a huge rebounder for this team. She's got 5 to lead the Lady Bulldogs. And that pass went astray. We're going to try to get a give and go to Sierra Stedman. So Jazzy Ann Houston to toss it in. Change of pace dribble. Look how crisp the passes are from Jazzy. Knocked away, and so Union will play it over in the corner with 9 on the shot clock. And Greg Long getting a few of his younger players in. Jazzy's going to have to pull up and do something with it quick, and she does. Just off the iron. And this one may be an easy one. Nope, they're going to pick her up very quickly. She can't go in with the coast-to-coast. We haven't seen that many transition baskets today where you've had it to go all the way down the floor. In fact, I don't think we've had but about 2. McCready tries to stop the lane, and big rebound in there for Caldwell. Now, Union's not going to hit the 100 this afternoon, but it will be a dominating performance once again. And Houston sees the lane, the ticket, and the layup just goes too far. That's one of those because if your momentum is carrying you out of bounds, you've got to get that timing perfectly on that layup. And the foul will be on McCready. And we've got timeout with 4.5 minutes remaining. Union still on top, 80-34.
Whatever they went through together.
Welcome, guys.
Life well planned. See what a Raymond James financial advisor can do for you.
So Union will go 18-1 on the season. As you see, an excellent turnout this afternoon at Fred DeLay Gymnasium. As we say, a lot of the student body, they're just glad to be inside out of the freezing cold. But Union will go 18-1. They were a half game behind Valdosta State coming into today in the standings. And that may all change. There will be a chance perhaps to even up the number of games Monday night when they play Delta State in the makeup game here at 5:30, which we will have for you right here on Flow Sports. Amelia Bell to the line, and iron was unkind. 4 out of 7 from the free throw line for MC. And she gets the second of the two. Union takes its time again. Right now, they're not going to be in any specific hurry, but they are going to run their offense. And Kasharna Lucas trying to work one-on-one, does not have a ticket on the baseline. And the high arcer, excellent job by Ann Houston. Give her 11. She's had a quiet 11. They've been spread out in each of the quarters, and it just doesn't, but you guess one like that, it's hard to believe. Well, she's put in 11 points today. She's played the most minutes of anybody today with 21 in the game, but that shows you how this conserves the energy off of this Union team. Mark will likely not substitute for the rest of the way so that he can give so many of these other players an opportunity to get game experience, as he does so often. Big bomb. No, too much on it. Stedman had one and had the range, but it was just too far on the back of the iron. And just as I say, Mark's probably not going to substitute, and I'm looking at Dillard. 3 from the corner is there. Julian with her second 3, and underneath, the left-hand layup is there for Cauble, so she's in the books. 13 Lady Bulldogs have scored this afternoon now. And again, they're going to work it inside the paint. And tried to get, she was hoping for a cutter to the basket, and it went away. So Cauble checks out. Jazzy will check out. And we got timeout. So a little more than 2.5 remaining. Union easy by 46. For Mississippi College, they will fall to 6-9 and 5-7 in the Gulf South. But they still have won 3 of their last 5, and bounce pass goes astray. 34 turnovers, which that is almost what the total is Union is averaging in forcing its opponents. McCready once again trying to open up and set a screen or looking for a cutter as we're getting very, very close to the 2-minute mark. And that's the air ball. And Dillard saves it, and going hard to the deck is McCready. It's only the second foul of the quarter against Mississippi College. It's a tough job this afternoon deciding who the player of the game is going to be because of all of the balanced scoring that we have. From the corner, it's going to go off. And they work the perimeter once again. He's going to try to work one-on-one against Bethany Dillard. And we're under 2 minutes. And that went off the foot. Looked like it was off the foot of Dillard. So that's going to give them another 20 seconds on it underneath. Yeah, Mississippi College, a fine school, and there's been some wonderful professors who are there now and who have come from there. And there's a steal. Here we go. It's going to be a foot race, and it's knocked away. Bethany was going to try to get it down the stretch and just had it knocked away, and it was good defensive pressure by Nia Coleman to respond that quickly. And quick release three. Yes! Sierra Stedman adds her three, and that gets the Lady Bulldog bench up. And winding down to the final minute. And that bomb goes off to the left. But nice follow job on the bank shot by Jones. She has 7 today. And once again, they go into McCready. And tried to get a hold of it, and finally they save it. Down to 6 on the shot clock. They've got to hurry. And Shiley couldn't get it to fall. So it's been a very, very respectable fourth quarter on the part of Mississippi College. And again, it's an example of a team, as the foul is going to be charged to Kasharna Lucas. It's the mark of a team that will not quit, despite the fact that this game was pretty well in the books halfway through the second quarter. And certainly a tremendous amount of respect for Greg Long and all of his women's team, that you don't fold on the floor just because you're down by an insurmountable margin. You continue to play your offense and your defense, and they have done just that, particularly in this fourth quarter, which they are going to win the margin. And I don't think Lady Bulldogs are going to put one up. They were held to 9 points in this fourth quarter and 17 for Mississippi College, but at the end, Union wins it 87-41. Let me try to wrap up the scoring for you here. It was Carly Ivy, the only player in double figures for Mississippi College, with 10, but you'd expect her to be there as the leading scorer on this unit, and 8 points for Sky Vaughn. They were the leaders, 7 for Jones. And the leading rebounder, Nia Coleman, with 8. 6 for Vaughn in that category. And they both are usually well high in that total. And a great measure of sportsmanship for both of these teams to join together for their post-game prayer. And both of them are Baptist institutions, and it's always really a joyous scene to see something like this. And the two coaches join together as well. For Union, as we mentioned, this was just a combination like if you're a coach, you love to see. 14 of the 15 Lady Bulldogs scored in this one. You only had 3 in double figures, 11 each for Brooke Hampel and for Jazzy Anusin. And then you had 10 for Macy Lee. She was held to 2 in the first half and then managed to get the wake-up call in the third quarter. And also in the game, 9 for Olivia Lee, 8 for Shanique Lucas. And Shanique had 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 3 steals. Jazzy Ann Houston with a rebound and 4 assists and a steal. And Macy Lee had 4 rebounds. There's a lot of different ways that you can go, but because we haven't anointed her with the title of this year, we're going to give our Player of the Game award to Jazzy Ann Houston with those 11 points, 4 assists, a steal, and a rebound. And she did so many things without the basketball that you don't get statistical credit for. So Jazzy Ann Houston, our Player of the Game today, but it's a team effort for the entire Lady Bulldog unit with 14 of the 15 players scoring. 6 for Bethany Dillard, 6 for Lauren West, 6 for Emma Callis, 5 for Courtney Zenson. I mean, it was everywhere. And that's the way it is here from Fred DeLay Gymnasium as Union wins it to go on the season 18-1 and 12-1 in the Gulf South Conference. So in about 26 minutes from now, we will be bringing you the action between the men's teams of Mississippi College and Union, and we hope that you'll all be with us to join Alexander Bitterling, the guy with the best mullet in Jackson, Tennessee, and he will be bringing you the play-by-play action, and I'm looking forward to that as well. So until we're with you for that game, this is Steve Beverly saying so long from the great hub city of West Tennessee, where the final score was Union 87, Mississippi College 41. This has been a presentation of Flow Sports, the Gulf South Conference, and its member institutions. Good afternoon, everybody.
Dynamics Physical Therapy, your elite provider in sports medicine and performance. Now serving communities throughout West Tennessee.
You trade in your car. You trade in your house. So why not get some equity back from your old HVAC system? McCoy's Heating and Air will now give you up to $2,000 trade-in for your old unit. Plus a free 10-year parts and labor warranty with the purchase of a qualifying York system. That's right. Trade in your old unit and get up to $2,000. Plus a free 10-year parts and labor warranty. For a limited time, only from McCoy's Heating and Air.
The award-winning BallGame Blitz Sports Network from Worthy Road Studios. Over 750,000 views in 2023. We're where you need to advertise. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and join over 4,500 subscribers watching local sports. The Jackson Rockabillies, Union University, Bethel, USJ, TCA, Jackson Christian, Sacred Heart, and Peabody. Multi-camera broadcasts, slow motion instant replay, on-screen scoreboard and graphics, and professional announcers. Thanks to our sponsors who make it all possible. The BallGame Blitz Sports Network from Worthy Road Studios. The premier sports broadcast network in West Tennessee.
And the tip-off goes the Bulldogs' way. Justin DeBuck gets the ball here. Second face-up and a quick pass inside right there to Sarver. And the first 2 points are on the board. The Bulldogs strike first. Rashad Bolden there carrying the ball. He is the lead scorer for the Choctaws. He was going to be a problem for the Bulldogs. That one won't go in, but the rebound goes Mississippi's way. 5 to shoot on the shot clock. That one's up and in there. Rashad Bolden strikes. He averages 24.3 points a game, over 4 rebounds per game, and he's ranked number 1 in the Gulf South Conference for scoring. A 3 from the corner for the Bulldogs, too strong. And the ball's going to come back the other way. Deep 3, just off the iron. The Bulldogs playing with some injuries here today. Jordan Pike out and Ahmed Johnson, 2 of their top 3 scorers, are not going to appear in today's ball game. Down the lane here and blocked, but the foul. Parker Applegate tried to go baseline for the big slam there, and he'll get the foul call and go to the line to earn them. Went for the highlight play there and just about made it. If he wasn't fouled, it may have gone in. Applegate misses that one. Parker Applegate, a freshman, and this Bulldogs team is led by several freshmen. Applegate is a former Gulf South Conference Freshman of the Week as he gets that one to go there for the lead for the Bulldogs. The Union Bulldogs have 7 of the Freshmen of the Week this season. 5 of them, Jordan Pike, who's out today. If you're just now joining us, welcome into the Fred DeLay Gymnasium. There's a steal there for Justin DeBuck. He's going to bring it right into the lane and dish it back out. Here's a 3 for Sarver, just off the iron. The rematch here between Union and Mississippi College. Mississippi College won the first game by a margin of 7, 78-71, nearly 2 months ago, back in November. Since then, the Bulldogs have been on a good stretch. The Bulldogs entered today 10-6. Call here on the floor. Looks like it might be a foul on Justin DeBuck. So still Choctaws ball. A buzzer there, we'll see. Looks like it may have been a mistake. The Bulldogs come into today's ball game 10-6, 7-5 in conference play. Ranked number 4th for team field goal percentage. So it's a Bulldogs team that shoots the ball very well. Now Mississippi College enters today 7-8, 6-5 in the conference. That one loose, but the Choctaws get it back. He's met at the rim and one. Tough finish there. DeQuarius Harris gets the chance here for the three-point play. He's a junior from right down the road, Memphis, Tennessee, now plays for Mississippi College. That one's off the mark, and Applegate with the rebound. Union looking to take that lead back. Good move from Justin DeBuck, but couldn't get the opening he needed. And a nice little spot-up jumper there from Isaiah Victor to give the Bulldogs the lead. His first 2 points of the ball game. Deep 3 off the front iron, and Jeremiah Littlepage grabs the ball. It's a cold day here in Jackson, Tennessee, near the tail end of an ice storm, but the fans came out to support anyways. Mississippi College made it here safely, and it's expected to be a good matchup. Jeremiah Littlepage, a Euro step, but too strong off the iron. He's tied up, but gets it back out. A 3 from the corner, off the iron. Long possession there for the Bulldogs, but they come up empty-handed. Jeremiah Littlepage standing his ground, gets a big block there. That one won't go. Bulldogs secure the rebound, and they're headed back the other way. DeBuck, good move. High off the glass, gets the foul, but won't get the basketball to go through the hoop. Looks like Devaki Gar's about to check into the ball game here, waiting at the score table. Justin DeBuck, the senior guard. He's had a lot of good success here in the Gulf South Conference. He gets that one to go. Good again for DeBuck. He's perfect from the line. Bulldogs now have a 3-point lead. Lucas Heflin with the ball at the top of the key. Tipped away by DeBuck, but back in the hands of the Choctaws. Here's a three from number 3 off the iron. DeBuck gets the rebound. He's headed quick the other way. Gives it up to Applegate for 3. Ring it up. The Bulldogs win the race to double digits, and they've pushed their lead to 6. Bulldogs standing their ground on defense. 15 to go on the shot clock. No look so far from Mississippi College. And the whistle of the play dead. Looks like it's going to be a foul on DeBuck, and it will be. But the teams will head to the huddles, and we'll take a quick break. Union leads this one 10-4. We'll be right back. We're back here. The Bulldogs lead at 10-4 in the last 2 minutes here. They're on a 7-0 run as they come out strong here against Mississippi College. Now, looking back to November 25th, the last time these two teams faced, Mississippi College got the win, but the Bulldogs put up a good fight. They led at halftime by 2. Then in the second half, Mississippi College put up 48 points to Union's 39. Which was the difference there in the ball game. So the Bulldogs looking for some revenge here at Mississippi College, looking to secure the regular season competition against these two teams. It's the last time they'll face before a potential postseason matchup. Fans still pouring in here into the Fred DeLay Gymnasium. It's patriotic night, and the Brave and Ice Storm to get here. Mississippi College as well. Driving through some ice and some snow to get here tonight. They have possession here. If they can inbound it, tipped away, and DeBuck gets it again. He always seems to be where the loose ball is at. He's great at getting steals, tipping the ball away as well. Victor's got it, gives it up to Jeremiah Littlepage. Victor again makes a move, shoots a 3. Ring it up. The Bulldogs have been shooting the 3 ball well here so far today. 2 for 5. Separation there, but the shot won't go. It's a loose ball foul. Looks like it's going to be on the Choctaws. Bulldogs doing good so far of shutting Rashad Bolden down. He's got 2 points, but the Bulldogs know that he's a problem. Leads the Gulf South Conference in scoring. Dusan Djordjevic checks in here for the Bulldogs. They've got a 9-point lead, looking to add on here. Double teamed on DeBuck. Doesn't seem to faze him. Goes baseline. Hooks around a three here. Off the glass, or off the rim, I should say. But a rebound for the Bulldogs. Applegate puts one up, just bounces out. And the Choctaws fight for the rebound, get it there. Wallace down in the paint, good move, spin around, and gets it to fall. TJ Wallace's first points, and he ends a 10-0 run from the Bulldogs in the last 3 minutes. Inside there, but no look. Victor fakes the pass, he's trapped in the corner. Gets it up to Georgievich, 5 to shoot. Bulldogs are trapped, it gets loose here. DeBuck's gonna have to throw it up quick. Gives it up for 3, and they almost get it to go, but the rebound to Mississippi College. Devaki almost made that 3 there. Tough shot, no call, and the Bulldogs get the rebound. Devaki gives it up to DeBuck for the spot up 3, and it's good. Bulldogs now have a 10-point lead. 13 to go here in the first half. Gets loose. He's not able to pick it up before he gets out of bounds. And TJ Wallace and the Choctaws turn the ball over. It's already 3 turnovers for Mississippi College. Union, on the other hand, has 0. That's been a factor in the ball game for sure. Victor gets loose, 3 is up, off the front of the rim. Here's a fast break. It's Wallace down the lane and puts it up and in. Three off the mark. Rebound Choctaws. A chance to go on a run here. Down the lane, dumps it off. There were 2 Bulldogs there, but Mississippi College gets the ball loose. That was Judah Land there, able to get that one. Off the mark. Last touch by Prug. It'll stay with the Choctaws. The way the ball came at him, he was almost surprised to see it. Knocked it out of his face, and unfortunately for him, out of bounds. Jumper just rims out. Here's Prug on the other end, one-on-one, but he doesn't attack. There's a whistle. Foul on the Choctaws, and it's immediate timeout. Bulldogs lead this one by 8. We'll be back.
You trade in your car. You trade in your house. So why not get some equity back from your old HVAC system? McCoy's Heating and Air will now give you up to $2,000 trade-in for your old unit. Plus a free 10-year parts and labor warranty with the purchase of a qualifying York system. That's right. Trade in your old unit and get up to $2,000. Plus a free 10-year parts and labor warranty. For a limited time, only from McCoy's Heating and Air.
Your life.
Your home.
Your business. Your future.
Focusing on you, West Tennessee Bank strives to serve its clients in every season of life. With vast experience in personal and business banking, we take pride in guiding you through significant events. At West Tennessee Bank, we help you realize your dreams.
West Tennessee Bank is a division of Decatur County Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC. West Tennessee Bank, focused on you.
It's immediate timeout. But the Bulldogs haven't scored in nearly 2 minutes. Mississippi College doing a good job of flipping the script here. Bulldogs outscored them 10-0 for 3 minutes straight. It looks like they're trying to change the tides here. Go on a run of their own. They did commit a foul there. So it'll still be the Bulldogs basketball. Victor gives it up to Georgievich. A three there, too strong. Tipped around, but will end up in the hands of Mississippi College. Thought about the three, won't take it. Tries to go behind the back, falls to the ground. And out in, oh, they call a foul there. I believe it's going to be on Gar. It will be. Fans of the Fred DeLay not happy about that. But I think it's the right call. He dove for the basketball, and as he did, he committed the foul. Well, I say that, but the Bulldogs have the basketball, so actually the foul was called on Rashad Bolden. That one's tipped away. Both wore number 11. Threw me off there. So Bolden whistled for the foul. It's because Gar dove, had the basketball. Then Bolden got in there, made the contact. Victor dishes out for three. Prug rings it up. His first 3 points of the basketball game, and the Bulldogs now have their largest lead, 11 points. Tough two over his head, won't go. Last touch by Prug. It'll stay with Mississippi College. Here's a three, good look at it. Off the back of the iron. Prug with the rebound. Excuse me, Sarver with the rebound. Mississippi College just hasn't been able to stop the Bulldogs defensively. Down the baseline. That one, air balls. And I believe he called a timeout before he touched the ground. High IQ play there from Georgievich. And they'll give it to him. They say he called the foul. He jumped out to save the loose ball. Called a timeout before he hit the ground. High IQ. We'll take a quick break. Be right back.
Are you looking for a Christian college or starting the college search process? I want to take a second to tell you about my school, Union University in Jackson, Tennessee. Union is a private 4-year university known for its rigorous academics, Christ-centered community, and the success of its graduates. My favorite part about Union is the faculty. The professors here are so intentional about helping students grow not only academically, but also spiritually. You should check out Union for yourself. Come for a visit. I know you'll love it. At Union University, you'll be transformed.
Bulldogs basketball. Jeremiah Littlepage back in the ball game, looking to make a quick impact. And great move there. Double pivot, makes the shot. Bulldogs now with 21. Bolden gives the ball up. Bulldogs have been doing a great job of shutting down the options for the Choctaws. Loose, picked up by Parker Applegate. Tipped away. And Rashad Bolden touches it last. It goes out of bounds, but it stops. An easy layup from the Bulldogs. Good defense there. That's what you expect to see from him. TJ Wallace checks out of the basketball game. Aquarius Harris back in the basketball game. Applegate at the top of the key. DeBuck back in, tried to give it there to Littlepage, but he's held and fouled. So the ball goes out of bounds, but the foul happened before. Aquarius Harris commits the foul there. His second of the ball game. Excuse me, his first. DeBuck loses that one. Thought he got some contact, but no call. Tough drive to the basket, dishes it out, and he's clobbered at the rim. But it was all contact on the ball. The Bulldogs get possession here after it goes out of bounds. Jacob and Abney last touched it before it went out of bounds. Devaki Garb will take it up the court here. Out to the corner. Three just off the iron. Bolden trying to create for himself. That one just won't fall. Here's a three, good look at it, ring it up. Gar again. The Bulldogs have pushed their lead up to 16. They're on a 5-0 run here in the last 4 minutes. Actually, an 8-0 run, but that will end it there. A big three there to kill some of the momentum. That's Cam Brown. He averages 12.5 points per game for the Choctaws. He's their second highest scorer. Jeremiah Littlepage will take a jumper. Won't get that one to go. And that one falls again for Brown. 5 points in a row here. Putting the team on his back. Cuts the lead to 11. Less than 8 to go here in the first half. Inside, tipped away, but the Bulldogs recover it. A three, Gar won't get it to go. Gar, a former freshman of the week for the Gulf South Conference himself. It's loose on the floor, they're fighting for it. And a foul there. I believe it was on Yvonne Prug. It was. So the ball will stay with the Choctaws. 24-13, it's a media timeout. We'll be right back.
Your life.
Your home.
Your business. Your future.
Focusing on you, West Tennessee Bank strives to serve its clients in every season of life. With vast experience in personal and business banking, we take pride in guiding you through significant events. At West Tennessee Bank, we help you realize your dreams.
West Tennessee Bank is a division of Decatur County Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC. West Tennessee Bank, focused on you.
Dynamics Physical Therapy, your elite provider in sports medicine and performance. Now serving communities throughout West Tennessee.
The Bulldogs have started to run away with this one, and part of the reason is Choctaws have been turning over the ball. 5 turnovers for Mississippi College, just 1 for the Union Bulldogs. Of course, we're still early on in the ball game. And the Bulldogs did lead at halftime the last time these two teams faced. Mississippi College came back to get the 7-point victory. Bolden with the ball here. Averages 24 points a game. He's only had 2 so far today. Tough shot, won't fall. Put back, and finally, the rebound by Andrew Seeger falls. Cuts the deficit to 9 points. Littlepage at the top of the key. And he travels. Looks like he took his pivot foot and drug it. But David Niven from the Bulldogs doesn't seem convinced, neither does Littlepage. It'll be the Choctaws' ball. Bulldogs led by as much as 16. Now it's 9, a chance for less. Met at the rim by Jeremiah Littlepage, his second block of the ball game, and it's a big one. DeBuck trying to push it quick. Finds Applegate, gives it back up. Bulldogs' ball movement right now is great. Applegate couldn't get that one to fall, but the Bulldogs recover it again. Victor, 3. Too strong. Choctaws finally get a rebound there. Rashad Bolden gets 2 more. Applegate, 3. Just off the iron. Call a foul under the basket. That one's going to be on Jeremiah Littlepage. It's his first foul of the ball game. It's a 7-point game here, and the Choctaws have the basketball. Rashad Bolden scored their last 4. Bulldogs haven't scored in over 3 minutes here. 9-0 run for the Choctaws to cut that lead. Going down baseline, Applegate with a good defense. 5 to shoot. Spot up jumper. Off the front of the rim, but a rebound. Fresh shot clock, but they won't need it. Andrew Seeger gets that one to go. Now it's just a 5-point lead for the Bulldogs. 5 minutes to go here in the first half. Out to the corner. DeBuck for 3. Off the iron. Bulldogs have gone cold here in the last 3.5 minutes. A 3 for the Choctaws. Too strong. 3 Bulldogs collide. Get the rebound, but a whistle. It was on Judah Land. His second foul. And that puts the Bulldogs in the bonus here. Jeremiah Littlepage at the free throw line. .73% free throw shooter. Misses the first to have 1 and 1. So Choctaws catch a break there. 4.5 here in the first half. It's a 2-possession ball game. Choctaws have remained calm even when down 16. Good dish there. Jeremiah Littlepage. Well, thought he had a block again, looked like it, but he's whistled for the foul again. It'll be Littlepage's second. And that puts the Choctaws in the bonus, so Judah Land now to the charity stripe. Misses that one. Georgievich checks back in. Jeremiah Littlepage will exit the ball game here. Misses them both. Bulldogs catch a break as Land misses both free throws. been nearly 4 minutes since the Bulldogs scored. They're looking to end that here. Five on the shot clock, throws it up. Last touch by the Bulldogs. Gar knocks it out of bounds. Another empty possession for the Bulldogs. It's a 5-point ball game, 24-19. We'll be back.
Your life.
Your home.
Your business. Your future.
Focusing on you, West Tennessee Bank strives to serve its clients in every season of life. With vast experience in personal and business banking, we take pride in guiding you through significant events. At West Tennessee Bank, we help you realize your dreams.
West Tennessee Bank is a division of Decatur County Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC. West Tennessee Bank, focused on you.
It's been over 5 minutes since the Bulldogs scored. They just turned the ball over there. They're going to look to end this 11-0 run by Mississippi College. How about the Choctaws going down 16, remaining calm, and now they've put together an 11-0 run here in the last 5 minutes to get this one within 2 possessions. Now, still some work to do if they want to take the lead here before halftime, but if you're David Niven and the Bulldogs, you've got to be saying, figure out what we were doing in the first part of that first half and go back to doing that, because it was working. The Bulldogs took a big lead. They had a double-digit lead the majority of the ball game. Obviously, they still have the lead here, but it's been diminished greatly. A chance for the Choctaws to make it a one-possession ball game. Rashad Bolden will be bringing the ball down the floor, the son of the head coach, Randy Bolden, who's in his 3rd season with Mississippi College. Here comes Bolden down the floor. He's got 4. He averages 24. Land at the top of the key. Bulldogs double team and Bolden the majority of this ball game. 10 seconds on the shot clock. He's one-on-one. Tries the fadeaway, won't go. Rebound, though, to the Choctaws. Fresh shot clock. Andrew Seeger came out of nowhere for the tough rebound. That one off the rim again, tipped out. And a foul, loose ball foul, will be the Bulldogs on Judah Land. So here we are, headed back to the free throw line. Judah Land's 3rd foul, so he'll check out for the half. Coach Bolden over there pleading his case with the ref, saying the Bulldogs are pushing him. First one will go for Dusan Djordjevic. And he gets both of them, ending the Bulldogs' 5-minute and 41-second scoreless streak. Shutting down an 11-0 run. That one almost lost. Niven wanted a double dribble. Loose ball, over to 3, fakes it. Tough layup there, and Seeger gets it to go. Choctaws will just not be denied here in the last few minutes of the first half. Victor inside to Applegate, but he's held. And a foul for Andrew Seeger. His first of the ball game. Pretty obvious one there, preventing what would have been an easy layup for Parker Applegate. If you're just now joining us and you're wondering where some of the familiar faces for the Bulldogs are, namely Ahmed Johnson and Jordan Pike, they're both sitting out of today's ball game with injuries. Applegate gets that one to go. That one rims out. Last touch by the Choctaws, Seeger. He got the rebound, but wasn't able to secure it. It just slipped out of his hands and went out of bounds. So Bulldogs a chance here to add to their 6-point lead. They catch a break. Gar with the ball, 15 on the shot clock. Good move there, but won't get that one to fall as Justin DeBuck. Rebound goes to the Choctaws. Bulldogs led by as much as 16. Deep two, ring it up. TJ Wallace gets that one to go. He's got 6 points here in the ball game. Baseline for Victor. And that's going to be last touch by Bolden. Bulldogs basketball. DeBuck trapped in the corner. And last touch by the Bulldogs. Choctaws able to play some lockdown defense there and prevent the Bulldogs from adding on at all. Bolden up the floor. 1:35 to go here in the first half. And another one for him. He's got 8 now. 6 for him. 3 Choctaws with 6. It's now a 2-point ball game. Guard down the baseline, but passes it right into the hands of Bolden. Wallace pushes it, throws it away, but a foul is called under the basket. Called on Parker Applegate, and it's getting rowdy here in the Fred DeLay. Fans don't like that call. It's going to stand regardless, and a chance here for the Choctaws to tie the ball game. Choctaws are on a 17-3 run. So the foul was actually called on Georgievic. And the first one goes. So Wallace now with 7. His first one from the charity stripe falls. And he gets both of them. Tie ball game here in Jackson, Tennessee. 1 minute before halftime. Choctaws trying to trap. Bulldogs get it across, but now they've got to find an opening. Tapped away. Could be a lead for Mississippi College. And he'll draw the foul, but can't get the basket to go. That was Abney there. Justin DeBuck commits his second foul. He does force Abney to have to earn it here at the line. He gets it to fall. First lead of the ball game here for the Choctaws. (29-27). Mississippi College has a 2-point lead. Less than a minute to go here before half. And stolen away again. Bad pass. Numbers for the Choctaws. They can't get it to go. Blocked there by Prug. The Bulldogs aren't going to let it be easy. 15 on the shot clock. Bulldogs back-to-back turnovers. And that's a 2 there. Beautiful shot. Abney's got 2 more. Bulldogs trapped here. Victor gets it off. Corner 3, and Gar ends the nightmare there. It's a 1-point ball game, and a timeout is called, 31-30. Timeout for Mississippi College. It's a 1-point ball game. We've got 10 seconds to go here before half. We'll be back.
Dynamics Physical Therapy, your elite provider in sports medicine and performance. Now serving communities throughout West Tennessee.
Choctaws have the basketball here out of the huddle. They got a chance to go into the locker room with the lead. Less than 10 now on the game clock. Shot clock is irrelevant. They're going for the 1 look, and they get the friendly bounce there, falls in. And the 3 for Lucas Heflin gives them a 4-point lead for Mississippi College headed into the half. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll break down the first half of action here on Flow Sports.
Can I get some help?
Whatever they went through together.
Welcome, guys.
Life well planned. See what a Raymond James financial advisor can do for you.
The award-winning BallGame Blitz Sports Network from Worthy Road Studios. Over 750,000 views in 2023. We're where you need to advertise. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and join over 4,500 subscribers watching local sports. The Jackson Rockabillies, Union University, Bethel, USJ, TCA, Jackson Christian, Sacred Heart, and Peabody. Multi-camera broadcasts, slow motion instant replay, on-screen scoreboard and graphics, and professional announcers. Thanks to our sponsors who make it all possible. The BallGame Blitz Sports Network from Worthy Road Studios. The premier sports broadcast network in West Tennessee.
Halftime here at the Fred DeLay Gymnasium. The Choctaws lead at 34-30. The Bulldogs had a big lead early on in the first half. With 8:54 left to go, they had a 16-point lead here in the ball game. Then all of a sudden, the Choctaws really connected all the dots. They got it going defensively. They got it going offensively. Were able to break through the Bulldogs' double team. And now, here we are at halftime. After a big run from the Choctaws, they ended the quarter 26-6. Right after the Bulldogs had their largest lead, they flipped a switch. 26-6 is the run that the Choctaws went on. That's why they're up here by 4 at halftime. Now, this is a flip script of the game that we saw back on November 25th between these two teams when the Bulldogs went down to Mississippi. And the Bulldogs led at halftime by 2. Here we are today that Mississippi College leads by 4. Similar score at halftime, though. Back in November 25th, 32-30. The Bulldogs led here at halftime in Jackson, 34-30. Mississippi College leads. So if the script continues, it was a big second half back on the 25th of November for Mississippi College, and we could see the Bulldogs come out really shooting the ball well here. That's what brought them to success early on in the first half. They weren't turning the ball over. It was 5 turnovers to 0. Then all of a sudden the Bulldogs 6 turnovers. So 6 turnovers for the Bulldogs, just 5 for the Choctaws. Now here's the halftime stats. You see that field goal percentage. Mississippi College leading 39% to 31. They're shot 14 for 36. Still not exactly what they would prefer to shoot, but they're out shooting the Bulldogs, who shot 9 for 29. Then we look at the three-point percentage. Bulldogs had 29% to the Choctaws 25%. The Bulldogs 6 for 21, Choctaws 2 for 8. They didn't shoot the three ball nearly as much as the Bulldogs did. Then the free throws, the Bulldogs made 6 of 9 for 67%. Choctaws made 4 of 7 for 57%. So those haven't been a huge factor here in the ball game. Now the rebounds, look at this. The Bulldogs were pretty much tied with the Choctaws in the rebound game for the majority of the first half. Then, when the Choctaws went on a big run, that's why they now have out-rebounded the Bulldogs 26-20. We already talked about the turnovers. 6 for Mississippi College, 5 for the Bulldogs. Actually, it's 6 for the Bulldogs, 5 for Mississippi College. Excuse that there. But points off of turnovers, the Bulldogs have 6. Mississippi College has 8. So that's been a factor here in the ball game, the turnovers, but also the shooting percentage and rebounds. That's why Mississippi College leads the ball game here. We're about 50 seconds away from starting the second half of action. And ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be a good one. If you missed the first half, well, it was just some good old-fashioned basketball. Both teams went on big runs, but here we are, nearly even at halftime. A somewhat quiet half from Rashad Bolden of the Choctaws. Bolden only 6 points. He averages 24 per game. So if he goes and really has a great half here, do not be surprised, ladies and gentlemen. Now the Bulldogs are not full power here today. They're missing 2 of their top 3 scorers. Ahmed Johnson, who averages 14.5 and 3.8 rebounds per game, is sitting with an injury, as well as 2 in a row reigning Gulf South Conference Freshman of the Week, Jordan Pike, who's been named Freshman of the Week for the Gulf South Conference 5 times this season. 5 times. He is, of course, some star power between Johnson and Pike that the Bulldogs are missing, but they're holding their own right now. Trailing by just 4 here at halftime. They led by as much as 16. Choctaws about to inbound it here. It'll be Cam Brown, who throws it into Rashad Bolden. And breaking free there is Bolden. An easy layup to add to the lead. Right out of the locker room, the Choctaws add on. Bulldogs trying to find a good look. Jeremiah Littlepage down near the paint. He's double teamed. Back out to DeBuck and back into Littlepage. 10 on the shot clock. DeBuck driving in, dishes to Littlepage. Just rolls off the rim. Bulldogs unsuccessful on their first attempt here in the second half. And Bolden right at it again. I told you he had a quiet first half, but now he's already up to 4 here in the second half, 10 points for the game. Trying to create for his own, turnaround jumper won't go. Sarver couldn't get it to fall. Choctaw's largest lead of the ball game. Turnaround Bolden gets it to fall. 6 straight points in the ball game here for Bolden. And timeout Bulldogs right out of halftime. It's now a 10-point lead for the Choctaws. We'll be back after this break.
Can I get some help?
Whatever they went through, They went through together.
Welcome, guys.
Life well planned. See what a Raymond James financial advisor can do for you.
When you hear our name, know that it comes with a promise to give back to the community that built us, a promise to provide a human touch in a world that is becoming more automated. Ever since we put our roots down in Jackson in 1996, we have aspired to be community-focused by supporting programs and organizations that are important to our city. At First Bank, it is our mission to be present in our community and to continue the belief that when you bank local, you get more. Member FDIC.
Dominant performance right out of halftime so far for the Choctaws. All 6 points for Rashad Bolden. He is an incredible player. His dad is the coach in his 3rd season with Mississippi College. Mississippi College came right out of halftime and showed that they weren't just messing around in the last 8 minutes of the first half when they took the lead. They're here to fight. They won the matchup earlier this season against the Union Bulldogs, and they're looking to win the season competition between these two. Just 2 games these teams will face each other during the regular season. With the last couple of shots, the Choctaws' field goal percentage up to nearly 44% from the floor. Choctaws on a 9-0 run. Of course, only 6 of those here in the second half. But the Bulldogs looking to end that here with this possession fresh off a timeout. Choctaws running a trap now. Bulldogs able to get it across half court. Sarver, a 2, won't fall. He gets the loose ball, and it's over to Victor. Now he's got a chance at a 3 off the side of the iron. Choctaws get the rebound. Bulldogs having no luck shooting the basketball right now. And another one for Bolden. 8 points already here out of halftime. He extends the lead to 12. DeBuck can't get it to fall. Big rebound for the Choctaws. It's knocked loose by DeBuck and out of bounds. Devaki Gar back in the ball game. And Lane Sarver will take a seat. Here comes Rashad Bolden down the floor. We'll see if the Bulldogs can find an answer for him. 14 in the ball game, 8 of those right out of halftime. Turnaround jumper he can't miss right now, 16 for Bolden. He averages 24, looks like he's on pace for that. Had a quiet first half. But it's a 14-point lead for the Choctaws. Tables have turned if you were watching the game earlier tonight. Victor drives. Right a step in front of the free throw line, and he ends the scoring drought for the Bulldogs. Their first points in this half. That one off the iron. Applegate with the rebound and a foul on the loose ball. I believe that the foul is going to be on Cam Brown. It was actually on DeQuarius Harris. That's DeQuarius' 3rd. Bulldogs will take easy fouls like that as they look to get back into this ball game here. Jeremiah Littlepage trying to back into the paint. Turn around, one hand. And a tough shot there, gets it to go. Littlepage, his 4th point of the ball game. Bulldogs have brought the lead down to 10. In the paint, Little Page here one-on-one against Harris. Harris spins around, too strong. But the board right to Bolden. 15 on the shot clock. Thought about the three, won't take it, drives in. 5 to go here. Little jumper, gets it to fall for Wallace. Here in the second half, the Choctaws have been shooting the lights out. Shot very, very well here in the second half. A three for Victor, unguarded, off the iron. Bolden will slow it down here for Mississippi College. He wants a screen. He's guarded by Gar. A three. Off the iron, Applegate gets the board. Bulldogs trying to push the pace. Applegate fouled on the drive. That's going to be another one on Andrew Seeger, his second of the ball game. It's a media timeout, but when we come back, it'll be the Bulldogs basketball.
When you hear our name, know that it comes with a promise to give back to the community that built us, a promise to provide a human touch in a world that is becoming more automated. Ever since we put our roots down in Jackson in 1996, we have aspired to be community-focused by supporting programs and organizations that are important to our city. At First Bank, it is our mission to be present in our community and to continue the belief that when you bank local, you get more. Member FDIC.
To 34 here. About 14 and a half left to go. The Bulldogs have been struggling to be able to find the basketball into the hoop. Have not added many points here in the second half, just 4. And they've been outscored by the Choctaws 12-4. Still the Bulldogs basketball, fresh off an Andrew Seeger foul. So 2 team fouls here in the second half for the Choctaws. If the Bulldogs can force the Choctaws to foul and maybe get in some foul trouble, get the Bulldogs into the bonus, that could be a way to make up this deficit. A lot of basketball left to play. We saw the Bulldogs 16-point diminished in about 8 minutes. And Gar steps out of bounds there trying to drive baseline. Turnover for the Bulldogs. It's their 7th of the ball game. Some chance of defense here at the Fred DeLay. Bolden working on his own. Double team, throws it up, won't go. Applegate another rebound. That's its 8th rebound of the basketball game. Applegate down the baseline. A 3 for Gar, too strong. Little Page fighting for the rebound, but Seeger will come up with it. Bulldogs losing the rebound battle, 33-24. And that one, just some miscommunication. Bulldogs catch a break, they'll get the basketball here. Bulldogs shooting just 29% from the floor. And it's back into the hands of Seeger. Too strong on the pass to Little Page. Bulldogs just crumbling here. Mississippi College seem like they can't make a mistake. It's Bolden. Driving on guard, dishes out to the corner. Seeger for three, ring it up. The Choctaws shooting exactly 30%, 3 for 10 from three. They haven't taken a lot, but they get that one to go. 15-point lead. Turnover, Bolden down the lane, hangs and hits. Bolden up to 18. It's the largest lead of the ball game for anybody, 17 for Mississippi College. Applegate double team, throws it up. Gets that one to fall. I know I've mentioned it several times on the broadcast, but the Bulldogs down two of their top three scorers. You knew that this was going to be a tough one for them. Down Ahmed Johnson and reigning freshman of the week, Jordan Pike. That one won't fall. Bolden is human, he misses that one. Applegate, a good lane to drive, hangs, fouled on the way in. Blocking foul. Way to force the contact. I believe that foul's going to be on DeQuarius Harris. We'll see. There seems to be a little bit of confusion between the scoring table and the referees. We'll keep it here as we try to figure out where the foul's on. So it is on DeQuarius Harris, as I suspected. And that's going to be his fourth foul of the basketball game. So he's in some foul trouble here with a little less than 12 to go, but not as much trouble as the Bulldogs are in, down 15. Now we have seen, of course, Choctaws come back from a 16-point deficit. There's still a lot of basketball left to play, but if the Bulldogs don't figure it out, they're not going to be able to overcome this deficit. They're turning the ball over at a much higher clip than they were to start the basketball game. They now have 9 turnovers. It's good for 13 points off turnovers for the Choctaws. Bulldogs have struggled to rebound the basketball, and the Bulldogs have really struggled to shoot the basketball. So if they don't figure out those things, they're not going to be able to come back here in this ball game. They came out strong, but it looks like missing some of that firepower, and Applegate and Johnson is hurting the Bulldogs. Two teams making their way back out there. Applegate will shoot his 2 at the free throw line. Harris with 4 fouls, checked out of the ball game. Applegate gets that one to go. Judah Land also has 3 fouls. So he's in some foul trouble of his own if the Bulldogs can force him to foul if he gets back in the ball game. Applegate makes both of them. Choctaws check the ball in there. Bolden comes down the floor. Into the corner, 3. Ring it up. Catch and shoot there for Cam Brown. Brown's up to 8 points. Bulldogs in the corner. Victor won't take it. Applegate hangs and is fouled. He's been doing a good job of getting to the charity stripe. Eric Fleming commits the foul there. It's his first personal foul, but 4 fouls now for Mississippi College. The Bulldogs haven't committed a foul here in this second half, so they have done that well, but they haven't been able to shoot the ball well. Applegate gets that one to fall, and he's perfect again. Six for 8 from the charity stripe today for Applegate. He's got 11 points. gets the Bulldogs to within 14. Applegate, the lead scorer for Union today. 3 unguarded. Won't go. Applegate, another big rebound. He's got 10 rebounds. He's got a double-double now. Good find in the corner there. Applegate down low in the paint. Makes his move, throws it up. Won't go. Bolden with the rebound, pushing it down the floor. In the corner, unguarded again. And Sarver comes up with the rebound. Jeremiah Littlepage looks like something got in his eye. He was rubbing his eye under the basket. Looks like he's still not feeling great about it. Turnover, Sarver. And Bolden picks it up. It's the 10th turnover for the Bulldogs. 10 to go left in the game. Some subs for both teams sitting at the score table. Down to the paint. Applegate and Littlepage share a block there. They say Victor stepped out. He tried to hold his foot where it was at and argue it, but it's unsuccessful. Djordjevic checks in the ball game, as well as Prug for the Bulldogs. Land in for the Choctaws. And Seeger. Choctaws are perfectly content to run some time off the clock here. That's what they're doing. Bolden takes a deep 3, but the rebound to the Choctaws. Their 36th rebound of the basketball game. Ten on the shot clock here for Bolden. Into the corner. Bolden drives. Right before shot clock expires. They call a foul on Djordjevic. His first foul, the first foul for the Bulldogs here in the second half. They haven't been in any foul trouble, but it hasn't helped them much. Choctaws have added on to their lead by 10 here in the second half. They led 34-30 at half. Another foul on Djordjevic. That's now his third personal foul. 20 on the shot clock here. Just now tuning in, you may not know the Bulldogs led by 16 with about 9 minutes to go in the first half. Bolden too strong. Rebound Seeger. 4 of the Bulldogs were on him, but he gets the tough layup to go. Seems like they can't miss right now. In the corner, Sarver, ring it up. He's up to 5 here in the ball game. It's a 13-point ball game here. Defense chance from the Bulldog faithful. And a good layup there will fall for Abney. Prug for 3, and it's good. The Bulldogs have caught fire from outside the arc. Maybe that can propel them to a comeback here, down 12. Seeger outside the arc. They swing it around, up to Bolden. Gets some separation and sinks the tough shot there. Bolden unstoppable, up to 20. He's got 6 rebounds as well, 4 assists and 3 steals. He's been all over the place, as you expect him to be. Leads the Gulf South Conference in scoring, and you can see why. Got a deep bag when it comes to his skills. Djordjevic gets that little hook shot to go. It's a conference matchup here. Big deal for both of these teams. Separation for Bolden, and he sinks the 3. 23 points for him now. Doing it on 11 for 23 shooting. That's his first 3 of the ball game. Way over to Prug in the corner. Won't fall. Rebound Land. Less than 6 to play. Little Page is going to check in, as well as Devaki Gar. Bolden holding the ball up on the logo. Wants a screen. Breaks for the basket. Ball's loose, but it'll stay with the Choctaws. Media timeout. We'll take a break and be back 63-48. Time is slipping away from the shorthanded Bulldogs here. 5:38 left to play. They find themselves with a 15-point deficit. Of course, Jordan Pike out today with an injury, and Ahmed Johnson. Both of those guys average 14.5 for Johnson and 13.6 points per game, respectively, for Pike. Both of those guys make an effort defensively, offensively. They really are leaders on this team here. And the Bulldogs, without those 2 key players, 2 of their top 3 scorers, have found themselves struggling, specifically here in the second half. The score at halftime, if you weren't watching in the first half, 34-30, Mississippi College led. And here's Rashad Bolden to inbound the ball. Gets it into Land. And stepping out of bounds is Bolden. So Bulldogs will get the basketball here. Whatever adjustments the Choctaws made when they were down 16 in the first half have paid off. Ball's loose. Bolden tips it away, and Choctaws end up with it. It's in the hands of Cam Brown. Bolden, the 6-foot guard, here with the logo. Land met at the rim, can't get it to fall even on his second attempt. Iron was unkind to him. Bulldogs swing the basketball, and Gar can't get that one to fall. 3-point is off. Bulldogs 8 for 28 from outside the arc here tonight, shooting just 34% from the floor. It's been part of their problem. Another one is the rebound game. Mississippi College out-rebounding them 40-28. Bulldogs usually excel specifically at defensive rebounds. And how in the world did Bolden get that one to go? Off balance 3, sinks it. take the lead back to 17. It's tied for their largest lead of the ball game. And Bolden and Abney crowded guard there, and he was just barely able to knock it off one of them and out of bounds. So Bolden's shot was actually scored a 2. Must have just been right inside the line. Into Parker Applegate for the easy dunk. And Applegate leads the Bulldogs with 13 here, 10 rebounds as well. It's a 15-point ball game. Sarver one-on-one against Bolden. He has been a problem here in the second half. 18 points. Jeremiah Littlepage whistled for the foul there against Bolden. We'll see. I think it will send Bolden to the line. 65-50. We'll take a quick break and be back after this.
Can I get some help?
Whatever they went through together.
Welcome, guys.
Life well planned. See what a Raymond James financial advisor can do for you.
Bulldogs with 3:32 left to play as they try to create this comeback here against the Choctaws. 65-50 is the score. Choctaws have just done everything well here in the second half. They add on to their lead. They had a 4-point lead at halftime. Here they are with a 15-point lead. Just a moment more before the two teams take the floor. An important game, obviously. Two teams within Gulf South Conference. Union currently is tied for 5th in Gulf South Conference. Mississippi College is tied for 6th. A win today would push them above Delta State. And they'd be tied with Union. First one goes in for Bolden. And he's perfect from the line, gets both of them to go. It's his first 2 free throws of the day. He's up to 27 points and the lead's back to 17. Prug, open 3. Too short. Rebound Applegate. Sarver air mails that one. 3 to go. The Bulldogs seeing their chances slipping away here. Bolden holding the ball up by the logo. DeBuck ready to meet him there. In the corner, right in his face. Cam Brown gets that one to fall. Cam Brown up to 11. He averages 12 and a half. Try to get it into the paint there. And saved by DeBuck. It's a 20-point game, though. Parker wanted the basketball, gives it up to Prue. 5 on the shot clock. And they're going to say that one doesn't count. Offensive foul on Justin DeBuck. And you don't want to call something too soon, but that killed any momentum the Bulldogs maybe had. They send the press here. Bulldogs haven't scored in nearly 2 minutes. Bolden doing a good job of ball security here against DeBuck. He drives in, draws the foul. See who they call it on. Call it on DeBuck. DeBuck's 4th foul. Not too worried about him fouling out here with 2 minutes to go. Bulldogs had a foul to give. They airmail it up there to Harris. Harris falling to the ground. A foul's called on Parker Applegate. Inbound. Seeger felt the contact, threw it up there, and another foul on Applegate. Choctaw is going to go ahead and get back on defense here with 1:55 left to play. Seeger misses the first. His first attempt from the charity stripe. Lucas Heflin checks into the ball game for the Choctaws, as well as Eric Fleming. Looks like Bolden will be done for the day. And Cam Brown as well. Second one will fall. It's a 21-point lead here. Bulldogs just trying to make this scoreboard look a little less ugly. Over to Sarver. In the corner for Victor. Off the mark, tipped up. There's a foul on the loose ball. It's on Eric Fleming. Second team foul. Sarver for 3. Gets that one to fall. He's 2 for 5 from outside the arc. 8 points for him today. Williams gives that one over to Heflin. A minute to go. Parker Applegate. Well, thought he had a block there. And I believe he did, but it went out of bounds. So Choctaw's ball, 1 minute exactly to go, 5 on the shot clock. Tough turnaround, gets it to fall for Fleming. His first points of the ball game. Victor drives in. Met with 3 Choctaws there. Stepping out of bounds is DeBuck. Another turnover for the Bulldogs, 13th of the day. Bulldogs started out the game very well, and that 16-point lead with about 9 to go in the first half, and suddenly switch flipped. Choctaws couldn't miss. They put everything together defensively and offensively, and the Bulldogs just couldn't get the basketball to find the hoop. In that final 9 minutes of play, they only scored 6 points. Here in the second half, just 23. And 2 more there for the Choctaws. Game clock just about to expire. The Bulldogs will get one more shot if they take it. DeBuck tries to go ISO. Won't get it to fall, and the ball game is over 75-53. A big win here for Mississippi College as they travel to Jackson, Tennessee to Union to get the big conference win. Now the Bulldogs, shorthanded, just couldn't come up with enough points, plain and simple. They got beat pretty bad on the boards, 43-30. The Mississippi College Choctaws out-rebounded the Bulldogs. The Bulldogs started early on with limiting the turnovers, just 2 in the early goings of the first half. They ended with 13 turnovers, 7 for Mississippi College, but they were missing 2 of their lead scorers, Ahmed Johnson and Jordan Pike. 2 guys that make a huge impact on this team, not just offensively, but energy-wise, defensively-wise. This was just not a complete Union team, not the highest level they can compete at. And you could see that between the other game that they played against Mississippi College back on November 25th. It was just a 7-point ball game, but the Bulldogs played a much more complete game. Obviously didn't come up with the win, but today they looked like they had a good game plan out the gate. Big lead early on in the first half, then it collapsed. They were missing 2 of their key guys. Just not a complete team for the Bulldogs. They couldn't get the win. But with that, Mississippi College moves up in the standing in the Gulf South Conference play. Still a lot of season left to play, but both of these teams very, very good when they're fully healthy. It's a big win for Mississippi College, 75-53 here in the Fred DeLay Gymnasium. I'm Alexander Bitterling, and so long from Jackson, Tennessee, where the final score was 75-53. Mississippi College traveling to Union gets a big win. This has been a presentation of Flow Sports, the Gulf South Conference, and its member institutions. Good night, and have a good evening.
The award-winning BallGame Blitz Sports Network from Worthy Road Studios. Over 750,000 views in 2023. We're where you need to advertise. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and join over 4,500 subscribers watching local sports. The Jackson Rockabillys, Union University, Bethel, USJ, TCA, Jackson Christian, Sacred Heart, and Peabody. Multi-camera broadcasts, slow-motion instant replay, on-screen scoreboard and graphics, and professional announcers. Thanks to our sponsors who make it all possible. The BallGame Blitz Sports Network from Worthy Road Studios. The premier sports broadcast network in West Tennessee.